I can.
I will.
I will.
I must.
I must.
Come on, I must.
I must.
I must.
I must.
I must.
I must.
In every situation in life, we was born away. In every situation in life, we was born away. In every situation in life, we was born away. In every situation in life,
I was counted out before I hit this earth. Nobody loved me, I feel like I'm cursed. My bogus actions came from all my hurt. Every day I'm walking through this dirt. Peer pressure want me to form a habit. I grew up around religious addicts. Problems in my crib I didn't understand. Forced me to be a champion. Look at me now. Of course, going through obstacles, in and out them hospitals, but God.
We in the building? We champs? We all in, right?
Somebody gave me a chance, my gift they celebrating. So now I'm doing my dance, cause life is so amazing. It'll take you through a tunnel, but you come out blazing. Them stereotypes would never ostracize the sound of the future that's repping them shy lives. So shy rise.
in every situation in life, we was born away. In every situation in life,
And there is a way, even when everybody else doubts you, there's a way.
we was born away. In every situation.
Your life decisions should always be based on truth.
Been at rock bottom, nothing to eat, nowhere to sleep.
You have no idea what lies within you.
Snappy hair, curse words when he speak.
Hey, mama, I love you.
Up teeth and the thief.
Because some of you are not believing in yourself enough.
Blues singing. Was drawing out determination. Form the brotherhood. They had a rigorous curriculum. Now they all good. They
That's Herbo.
teaching young people to.
Now I'm talking about with this shake right here. When I put through my arms like that, who is that?
They college years, they showing that.
All right, let's keep this going around here, family. We still good? Man, I need y'all energy. I need to hear y'all. I said, are we still good inside here? All right, y'all need to make some noise then for Docs, Joe, Pierre, and Max, medical doctors.
Roll it up. Good morning, young world. What up?
Good morning.
Good morning. Hit it.
It's beautiful to be here. In the summer of 1998, I thought I had it all figured out. A young black kid from the Southside of Chicago, and I'm telling my age, but really that was the last time the Bulls won the championship. It was a sweet summer. We won the championship, and at that time, I was headed down to Xavier University of Louisiana. I knew that I wanted to be a doctor, but at the same time, I wanted to hoop too. So I had it all planned out. Hadn't been away from home, but I chose a school that was far away from home so I could be my own man, so I can establish myself and lay out my plan, my success story. I get down and fast forward to Xavier University of Louisiana. 2 months in, I'm failing everything. My life is looking bleak. I don't know which way to turn. I sit down in my biology professor's office sitting with a D in a pre-medical as a pre-med student. Trying to be a physician is terminal, it's doomed. And I asked him, I said, well, listen, how can a person with this type of grade get a B at the end? And he said, look, son, you have no chance. So I grinded. I didn't take that as an answer. I left that room and I went to the library and I just started studying more and more every day, studying. And then I saw somebody. I saw this guy with a look of determination in his eye, and I went and talked to him. As we sat down and chopped it up, we realized we had a bunch in common. And as we talked, we said, hey, man, let's pull out these books and let's sit down.
So same summer 98, I was also a senior in high school. And I remember just the streets that I was raised in, it wasn't Chicago, it was the streets of DC. And I remember that time. And that time was this. I was already driven. I already knew I wanted more for myself. I was a man first. I wasn't no gangster, but I wasn't gonna let nobody back me down and take me out my spot. I knew that I wanted that for myself, so I knew that street life wasn't for me. So I worked hard in high school, And I got into college, and I was so happy about it. I got into Xavier University of Louisiana. And I went down there, and it was the streets of New Orleans, actually, and I thought I was the flyest kid. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing. You know, I was the smartest, I was the best, I was confident, and I was cocky, until I took my first biology exam. And when I took that exam, my score was so low that I tried to flip the paper upside down and make sure I was reading the right number. My self-esteem was crushed. I had worked diligently in high school. I was in National Honor Society, but somebody was telling me that I wasn't smart enough. So 1,000 thoughts ran through my mind. Was I built for medicine? Is it something that I could actually achieve? Could I actually be a doctor one day? The world was telling me no. I said, nah, man, this ain't it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to the library, and I'm gonna grind. And when I walked in the library, I saw a face, and that face had the same look of determination. And I looked at him, and I sat down at the table, and I sat and kneeled.
Born and raised, New Orleans, Louisiana, Deep South, trying to find my direction, living a double life. Yeah, I want to be great, but the streets kept calling. I found myself involved in drugs. Not little drugs, but I was pushing weight. I'm selling it. I'm rolling it. I'm moving around. Murder is just a second language. But time came, 1996, the murder changed, because now it's my cousin. It's like my brother, the one I introduced to the drugs. So at that point, I knew I had to make a change. That change had to start within myself. So I went to Xavier. And while I was at Xavier, I started applying myself. But the same thing happened. I seen those grades. Those grades were low. I was failing. So I went to the library. And when I went to the library, I saw two guys who looked like me, talked like me, and had the grind that I had all my life inside of me. So I sat down.
See, in this country, we got a lot of brothers that are taking one knee for the cause. But in our current situation, at Xavier University, we sat down and we pulled those books out. And we realized that in each other, we had desire, we had a burn, and that we couldn't sit down and let this stuff happen. We had to rise up. Because see, the difference is that nothing in life is accomplished on your own. When I was at my lowest of lows and when I was depressed, I didn't have anybody there. My mom was a single mom, addicted to drugs, had just got off. But at this point, I didn't have a father to say, hey, what do I do in this situation? But I found two brothers that had a burning desire to go and do better things and do the things that I wanted to do. So when I fell off the track, I didn't have a yes man around me. I had a no man. I had a man that said, hey man, get back on it. Don't go to no parties. We're gonna be in this library. The only time we can go to a party is if we put in 6-7 hours all week, and then maybe on the Saturday we can go kick it. I had somebody that said, hey, when you go home, you can't be out in the streets like that. You gotta be grinding. You gotta do what you need to do, because our goal is always the number one thing.
But check this out. You can have all the goals and ambition in the world, but without the dedication and determination to achieve those goals, there's no way you can get to them. But that's so real, and the reason why that's real is because what happens when real life situations occur? What happens when somebody's gonna try to take you off your course and throw you off your square? So what are you gonna do? You gonna fold up? Or are you gonna learn to apply the same pressure that pressure's trying to put on you? So here's the thing, check it out. We were in a situation where that pressure didn't allow us to fold. It allowed us to make diamonds. But we knew we needed each other. See, the world already tries to tell us certain things at a young and an early age. They tell us that any thoughts, any desire, any ambition, any passion that we have, it's eliminated before we can even reach a certain level. But our job is to not make people feel comfortable. Our job is not to make the naysayers right. Our only job and our only purpose is to do just that, fulfill your own purpose. And the only way you do that is if you have the goals. And when you reach your goals, and it's like you on a 100-meter dash, you run it, you're intense, you see the finish line, you get to that finish line. And when you cross that finish line, only thing you can do after that, after you hit your goal, is to look back.
And oh man, you can see it. It's beautiful. You sit around and you realize that you did not let your past determine your future. The greatness is around you. The world is yours. You're feeling good about yourself. And you realize that the sky is not the limit, but it's the beginning. And you're feeling good because you followed the course. And that course is surrounding yourself by positive energy, rising up. And once you rise up, establishing goals as a group, as a community, as a village, and then going back and formulate soldiers like yourself, positive greatness like yourself. And then you'll realize that all the things that you've been through was for a purpose. And the purpose starts today. The purpose starts now. And as long as you have blood running through your body, that's one extra thing that you have, and that's a pulse.
Everybody, take 2 fingers up and put them on the side of your neck just like this. Just like this. All right, press in. Don't press in too hard or somebody's going to boss off and we're going to fall out. But press in like this. Close your eyes. You feel that? You feel that?
I feel it.
Open your eyes. So for me, I'm Pierre Johnson. I am a board-certified obstetrician gynecologist specializing in minimally invasive surgery and pelvic floor repair. And I have the pulse of perseverance to get here.
I am Joseph Simeon, an obstetrician and gynecologist specializing in minimally invasive surgery and female pelvic floor repair. And I have the pulse of perseverance.
My name is Dr. Maxim Adair. I'm a board-certified cardiothoracic anesthesiologist. And I also have the pulse of perseverance. And I just want to tell y'all one thing before we roll out of here. The pulse of perseverance is more than an organization. It's a movement that's dedicated to empowering and inspiring people that look just like y'all to reach for higher goals. But the overall goal is more than that. The overall goal is to change the negative narrative and the stereotypes of not only how the world views us, but how we view ourselves. And if you believe in the value of this work, I want y'all young people to pull out y'all phones right now, follow us on IG at Pulsar P3, on Facebook at the official Pulsar P3, so we can shift the culture and change the narrative together. So check this out, y'all. A wise man once said, you either got a seat at the table or you on the menu. I'm gonna say that one more time. You either got a seat at the table or you on the menu. Me and my brothers right here, we at the table. But we need y'all right here, right now, to make that change in your mind, to come to the table with us so we could really change the narrative and shift the culture. I love y'all. We love y'all.
Much love. Much love.
Pulse of perseverance, here's 3 doctors that you need to know. Dr. Max, Dr. Pierre, and Dr. Joe. They empower and inspire young black men working towards the goals. This the pulse of perseverance, here's 3 doctors that you need to know. Dr. Max, Dr. Pierre, and Dr. Joe. They empower and inspire young black men working towards the goals. They getting it in. Look, they was drawing out the
Whoa! I mean, act like, let us know when you ain't seen something that you ain't never seen before. Let us know. Very powerful.